Hey there, everybody, what's going on? And this is a special Dead by Daylight chapter. Back in 2014, a manga was made called Tokyo Ghoul. And Dead by Daylight was able to work and get that license and make a chapter for their game. So, what we're going to be taking a look at that was just released and made live today was Tokyo Ghoul, and it is Ken Kaneki, and he is the ghoul. So let's take a look here at the chapter, and we are going to see what we have in store for Tokyo Ghoul. Okay, so what we have here, and we're going to go through the beginning of this. We're going to go through this and really take our time here. So we're seeing Ken, and he is a college student. He doesn't have much family, and he doesn't have many friends. He's a nice guy. And he's in college, and he went on a date with another girl. And her name is Rise Kamishiro. So he and Rise Kamishiro went out, and she ended up attacking him. Okay? So she attacked him because she is a ghoul monster. And she was basically eating him, right? Well, in the area, there was a construction accident, and she was killed, and he was completely ripped up by her attack. He was taken to the hospital, and because she was gone, they took her organs and the fact that she had, bitten him and everything quite a few times. They took her organs, and to save his life, transplanted them into him. When he came to, he was half human, half ghoul monster. Okay? As he starts to progress through the story, he can't eat anything. He's having a hard time. He's having all kinds of problems. Things are happening. And he ends up coming to the realization that he wants to eat people, right? So he ends up trying to basically not do that. And he ended up getting kidnapped and chained up and captured, which is what we see right here, okay, by another ghoul called Jason. But he broke free and basically ended up then escaped to Dead by Daylight. So that is where we are picking up right here. He's escaping Jason from being locked down, and he is now in Dead by Daylight. The ranking of difficulty of this killer, Ken Kaneki, is medium, and he has ability to, basically his ability is movement, right? So we are going to get into his special abilities and everything else here. Now, the ghoul that turned him into this, basically, Kamishiro, Rise Kamishiro, in the book, she dies. In the game, she is a DLC outfit that you can put onto the Ken body, right? The Ken character body if you want to. But she technically is in this game that way. And they call her the Binge Eater. So here we go. He just broke out of his chains and he's going to escape. Okay, so and who we're seeing in these moments here is Rise. So that's Rise Kamishiro. So here he is trying to get out. And he has 4 tentacles, okay? So now we're going to see how this is utilized in the game. Okay. Well, let's go over him first. Okay, so here she is. She is the DLC costume that goes over the Ken initial Tokyo Ghoul costume. So this is Rise Kamishiro, the Binge Eater. She's the one that started all of this. Okay, now there she is as a DLC costume over Ken. And she looks very nice. You know, they have her in a, sort of a white dress, a long quarter-length sleeve, blue shirt there. She has some little ruffles on her sleeves, some lace going around, maybe a little lace tank top under there. Okay. And what they're showing right here is that this is the same character. So this is Ken Kaneki. You have to own him first, and then you can get the DLC character for Rise Kamishiro on top. So there he is, and he's running. So here we go. Here's the white. Now, okay, we're gonna get back to this part. This is further down the storyline part. Okay, right here. You have the ability to take your tentacles and leap, okay? That is his power. So his power is to be able to go and charge like the nurse, leaps. He will grab something with his tentacles and then he will pull forward, and he can go up vertical surfaces and he can go forward, and he's a mobility character. His second leap, because remember, the nurse can do 2 blinks, right? On Ken's second leap, if he hits somebody, he can cause deep wounds and something called a Kazuki mark. When he has this Kazuki mark on the survivors, it will stay until the survivor is either downed or 100% healed. His special mode, his special ability, is the enraged mode. So when he has these survivors that have the Kazuki mark on them that he hit, right? And they are not healed or downed, he, for a period of time, will have access to 3 leaps instead of 2. And that's sort of, also sort of a little bit of a nursing that they were trying for a little bit and then they stopped. When the survivors are healed or downed or hooked, he doesn't have access to this anymore. Okay, so then you can see him flying through the building. When he is in that mode also, he has the ability to leap over pallets, he has even better mobility at that point. Okay, this is his Mori. So he basically will lock you down on the ground, and then he'll take his tentacles, and then he just sort of starts to tear there. And then that's the ending scene of his Mori. So there is Rise Kamishiro, the binge eater that bit and attacked Ken Kaneki, and then she ended up dying in that construction accident. They took her organs and they transplanted them in him, and that is how he became half ghoul. She's 100% ghoul. Okay. Okay, so now we are going to take a look at some of the cosmetics here. So we're going to see this is Yui Kimura. No, this is Nia Carlson. And she is supposed to be Eto the leader. So this is Nia, and she is in the manga, she is Eto the leader, and she and this is a DLC costume for the survivors, basically. Then we are going to have Yui Kimura, and she is the Ghoul Toka. But she is a survivor. Okay, so she is a survivor. This is Yui. But in the manga, she is a ghoul. Ghoul Toka. And this is a survivor skin. Okay, so here we go. And this is the killer. This is an additional DLC character, killer skin, Kamishiro Rise. And here we go with Nia Carlson again. And that's them showing that it's the same person. That's really Ken the whole time. And here goes Dwight. Now, the interesting thing here that they did not show is that there is a third DLC costume. And that costume is for Renato Lira. And that DLC costume is Hyde. and that is Ken Kaneki's best friend. So Hyde was not shown in this trailer here to say that Tokyo Ghoul was being released today. Now, we went over the fact that Ken uses his tentacles for movement, and that is his power, right? And his special ability is enraged mode. When he accesses it, he has the ability to 3 tentacle power swings and enhanced movement, right? But we're going to go over his perks. So his first perk is called Hex Nothing But Misery. You can hunt multiple survivors, and there are dull totems, okay, in the map. If you hit so many survivors, one of them will turn into a hex totem. And when it's active, the survivors will briefly be hindered, okay? They're hindered for a short period of time unless they either find the hex totem and they cleanse it, or the time runs out. But for a brief period of time, they are hindered. The second perk is called Forever Entwined. And if you do damage to a survivor, you get 1 token. The tokens eventually add up to increased speed, increased pickup rates. Oh, no, wait, I'm sorry. Forever Entwined, whenever you damage a survivor, you get increased speed, increased pickup time, and dropping and hooking. So that's also very good. That's also very good. Yeah, whenever the survivor gets damaged, you are given a token. And for each token, you pick up, you drop, and you hook survivors 4% faster. So specifically 4%. So very interesting there. And depending on how many times you can get this per survivor, that can add up. That can add up. The third perk is None Are Free. When you hook your first survivor, you gain 1 token to a maximum of 4 tokens. When all the generators are done, the windows and the pallets are blocked for a short duration. So basically, everybody is running for the gates. They're trying to leave. When you have your 4 tokens and the generators are completed, the windows pallets are blocked for a short duration, and it just makes people more streamlined towards the exit to leave, towards the gates. This is an end game perk, okay? Some people like using end game perks. Some people prefer perks to be used more active during the game. But if this helps herd people to the exits because they can't do pallets, they can't do windows, they just have to end up running a certain pattern and getting to the gates, then I can see this being a very cool thing too. So those are 3 perks: Hex, Nothing But Misery, Forever Entwined, and None Are Free. and it seems very good. It looks very, very good. So this is a very, very popular series and manga series here. And from what I can see on Twitter for the past few days, there are a lot of people very, very, very excited for it. The numbers for Dead by Daylight right now on Twitch are very high. They're very good. They're about like 30,000. Yeah, fantastic. Good for them. And all of the DLC costumes and everything really work out. They have a boy ghoul and a girl ghoul and in a pretty dress. And it's by Dead by Daylight. And of course, you can get Dead by Daylight on everything. You can get it on PlayStation, Xbox, Steam, and Nintendo. Very good there. Very, very good. Lots to look forward to. Lots to look forward to with this. So from 2014, started off as a manga all the way until 2025, and a very good chapter in a popular survival game, Dead by Daylight. So congratulations there to Tokyo Ghoul, and it's very entertaining. We will be getting gameplay of this in very soon, and I hope you guys liked this today's video reveal, and we will see you guys all next time. Bye.